first mixed martial arts fight was, I set a goal for myself, first of all. I was like, I want to be a Muay Thai champion in Thailand, and I want to be a blue belt. I got the blue belt, and then I got the call to fight in Thailand. Well, I lost that fight. And the next fight was offered to me by another organization, and they said, we're going to make you the main event. It's going to be 5 rounds, and it's going to be for a title. And I was blown away. I was like, wow, I've never even, fought, anything before, any small podunk show, and you're gonna stick me in the main event on a major show. I was like, all right, let's do it. My coaches were behind me, and they supported the decision, and we went out there. So I never had that warming up process, that feeling out process. I went from fighting in garages in Thailand, to fighting on the biggest show in front of millions of people. So it was absolutely a crazy experience. And I didn't even, the nerves didn't even really get into me. It was a 4-round war, and I finished it in the 4th round knockout. So it was cool. It was a great first time experience. There's almost a moment right after the decision's been made. As soon as you finish the choke or you throw the knockout punch, there's the curtain drops, and I change, and I'm back to being Mitch. You can actually see it in my fights. I go from being intense and going to all of a sudden being I start to care about my opponent, to check if they're okay. But it's soon as the decision's been made. I really don't even get fired up and run around the cage or anything. But as soon as the decision's been made, that's when it changes. It's a dual sensation. That's, all of a sudden you're elated, you're emotional. That entire camp is either, been a huge success or one of the biggest disappointments, because I've been on both sides of the coin. So it's very, very unique. It's something only you can experience if you compete in that fashion. I'm just a normal MMA fan that is now, fighting on some of the biggest cards in the world. And I let people have insight into how I do that. From the food that I eat, to the training that I do, to the people that I surround myself with, you can actually learn a great amount just by following me on Twitter, because I give whatever pops into my head that day, whether it's a nutrition tip, it's an exercise, blurb, or whatever it may be, or it could even just be something as simple as a mindset related, to what I'm thinking of that day. I try to give as much information as I can for people to, if they want to follow in my footsteps, or if they want to do something that because I started pro MMA fighting at 30 years old, so if I can do it, man, anybody can do it. I really believe that. I fight with my heart on my sleeve. It may not be the best game plan strategy, because I get so emotional inside the cage from the time that my music hits to the time that the decision's been made. I'm a very emotional fighter, and even before when I'm standing backstage, I feel this intense emotion, whether it's excitement or if it's just elation or whatever it is right before that moment. And I really put my whole essence, my whole spirit, mind, body out there on the cage for display. And I really try to entertain as much as I can, and really give the people something that they're gonna remember. And I just want to showcase my true potential, and I don't think I've done that yet. I haven't shown everything that I'm capable of doing, and I just want to perform well. And if I perform well, I'll be successful. It may sound cliche, it may sound like they've heard it a million times, but it's absolutely true that if you want something bad enough, if you want to achieve success in a particular area, whether it's mixed martial arts, school, or playing the piano, whatever it is, if you really put everything you have into it, and you surround yourself you surround yourself with people that have been successful in that particular endeavor, and you give it everything you can every single day, you can really experience anything you put your mind to, and anything is possible. And I'm a perfect example of that. I've surrounded myself with the best martial artists on the planet at Evolve Mixed Martial Arts, and look where I am, man. I'm fighting on a card in Araneta Coliseum that, it's the famous, Thrilla in Manila, 16,000 people. I'm on the card with Tim Sylvia, Andre Arlovsky, Bibiano Fernandez. I mean, some of the biggest names in MMA. I'm on the same card as them. That's crazy. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me to think that, man, 2 years ago I was watching these guys on pay-per-views, and now I'm cutting weight next to Tim Sylvia. It's crazy. It's nuts. And if you guys want something bad enough, please don't doubt yourself. Throw your heart and your soul into it and go get it. Go get it.